Now then, it's Burnsy, and welcome to our regular Curiosity podcast, the CuriosityCast. Every episode, we take questions asked by members of the public in Hull and try and get them the best answers from the very best brains in the city. Not all questions are about Hull. They can be about whatever you want to discover. So do get in touch, and if you have any suggestions for guests, do let us know. This episode, we're looking at the enormously popular local children's literature festival called the Big Malarkey, which is happening again this year from the 15th to the 21st of June. Yes, that's this week, so pay attention so you can get there with your kids and your grandkids. With us is the big boss of the Malarkey, Claire Thompson. Claire, welcome to the Curiosity Cast. Give us the big picture of the Big Malarkey. What's it all about?
Awesome. Well, the Big Malarkey is Hull Library's Children's Literature Festival. It takes place every year in East Park in June. We take over a huge amount of the park, build lots of amazing marquees and invite lots of authors, artists, dancers, theatre groups, you name it. If it's to do with culture and art, it's on the Big Malarkey site, and it's for families.
And how long's it been going?
First one was in 2017, and it was part of the City of Culture activities that happened. The frontline library staff were really passionate and really wanted to do a children's literature festival. So we made it all happen. We found a few fairy godmothers with a magic wand that could make it all happen, and we did our first festival then.
So scale-wise, how big is it?
It's really big. So our big top this year is going to be 36 metres by 38 metres. So that's just the big top. In addition to that, we've got...
Could you get an elephant in it and like a circus?
Yeah, definitely. So the space between, so if you imagine...
Let's get this right.
Yeah.
You've either got to measure it in double-decker buses, Olympic-sized swimming pools, or football pitches. They're the three units of measurement.
When I heard big top, I thought elephant.
Yeah.
Oh, elephant.
No. So let's think about...
I reckon you get about 30 elephants in the big top.
Well, the stage is going to be 12 metres long, and the tent pole, the kingpin pole... I'm going to have to check that and send you that as an answer on a postcard.
Well, it's one for the kids to work out.
It's 30, 40 elephants, I think.
If there's a slack moment in the big top, whoever's hosting it could say, how many elephants do you think you'd fit in this big top?
And I think the entire festival inside the walls, I reckon, is 2 football fields. No?
Oh, easily, because just the Make It Take It tent is 15 metres.
The what-y tent?
The Make It Take It tent. So in the Make It Take It tent, we make things that we take away home with us. So it could be disguises, because this year's Malarkey theme is It's a Mystery. So there's lots of detectives, lots of mysteries, lots of puzzles on site. So in the Make It Take It tent, you turn up, you do an activity, create something with the artist there, and then you take it away with you, take it home.
Make It Take It tent's about a tennis court.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you measured it all? Have you got the plans?
We're either going to stick with conventional units of measurement or we're not.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Not.
I've decided.
This is producer Dave, by the way, who's giving you a measuring masterclass.
I like it. I'm gonna.
It's what you do.
I'm gonna start thinking differently about the site as we're building it, actually, and as we're developing it. I wonder how big the production tent is, where we all sign in.
That's quite small.
It's quite small.
I'd say that's 3 transit vans.
Right.
That's true. The Makerspace tent, that'd be a great one to measure. We could measure that in laptops, maybe.
Right. Well, sorry, Claire. What we dragged it, and I'm now thinking of: is elephant poo any good for your roses?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I reckon it'd be brilliant.
I'm sure it is.
Anyway, so how many people come along? I'm trying to get reality back into this podcast.
In swimming pools.
I started it. Swimming pool. How many people
come
along?
How many swimmers can come to the Big Malarkey? Yeah. We do have a maximum capacity on site, which is 2,500 people at any time, which means that it's really, really unlikely that we will be full to capacity all of the time, which means anybody can walk up and come on site, just buy the ticket on the gate, come on site and stay. But we do measure those numbers obviously really carefully to make sure everyone keeps safe.
So, and it's across 5 days? Have I got that right?
Yes.
4 days, 5 days?
Really, it's a whole week, because what we do is On the Monday, we do the James Reckitt Reading for Pleasure Conference, which is all about children's reading, but for professionals, so teachers, teaching assistants, people who are working in family hubs. And we've got a really wide range of speakers and activities happening on that day for them. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday, we do the James Reckitt Hull Children's Book Awards, and that's the live voting day. So 420 children will be in that big top on that Tuesday, and they will listen to the 5 authors who have been shortlisted, and then they will vote for their favourite one. The schools team will count all the votes, phone the answer through, and then somebody will jump in a van, go across the city to collect the trophy, which will have had the name engraved on it, bring it back, and we present it at 2:00 in the afternoon on that day. It's amazing.
It's like the Champions League final.
Well,
they have an
on-site engraver at the Champions League.
They don't have a van.
No, I think it's more interesting to send a van out. It's better.
Yeah, we need to go collect it from the people that make the trophy for us. And it's a very beautiful trophy. If you have a look online, you'll be able to see it.
It adds a gumball rally element to it, doesn't it?
Well, the new A63 has eased traffic a bit, so I hope. No, it has. Do check out our Curiosity Cast from the A63 that we did. Yeah. It was, that was just a dumbball rally. but anyway, back to the big Malarkey with Claire Thompson. So across the week then, how many people are coming in roughly?
So in the schools week, we do the book awards. We also do workshops. So we have a day for each different key stage group. So we have different artists doing workshops Tuesday to Friday. And then at the weekend, last year we had 3,780 people, I think, or 87 people on site over the weekend. So lots and lots of people when you add that all up together.
You said there's get a ticket. Is there an admission cost then? And how much does it cost? And how do people get tickets?
So you can get tickets online in advance, and they are slightly cheaper if you get them online or from a library ahead of time. It's £3.50 for a child, £6.50 for an adult, or you can get a family ticket, which admits 4 for a single day, or you can get a weekend pass, which is £30 for the whole weekend.
For the family.
And again, that admits 4, so you can come for 2 whole days of amazing things for what we think is a really reasonable price. Or if you come on the day, you can just rock up, buy a ticket on the door. It's slightly more, so £4.50 for a child on the door, £7.50 for an adult.
And how easy is it to sneak in?
It's very, very...
Dave.
Well, Pete, we've got to consider these things.
I'm very glad
you don't want people turning up trying it if it's really difficult, do you?
It's really, really difficult.
There we go, you see, I've just put people off.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I wouldn't recommend trying. So, we've got set gates.
That sounds like you've got proper security.
We've got really good security, but they're really, really positive about everyone having a good time. The reason that we've got the security in is to make sure that all the children are safe, all the families are happy, and to make sure that nothing can go wrong on site, because it's about having a brilliant family day out together.
I've been, not for a few years, just because I think other things have sort of got in the way with my grandkids, and we loved it. Is there much to do for my younger kids who can't read yet, says Helen in Branzome?
That's a great question. So I don't know how old your young children are, but we have got lots of activities. We've got a whole tent which is dedicated to under 5, so children that probably aren't reading by themselves yet or are just starting their reading journey. In there we've got musical story times, we've got arts and crafts, we've got dance workshops, we've got draw-alongs, so you can do some drawing. We've got lots and lots of different activities in there. Over the weekends, we've probably got, 12 different activities happening in there, maybe 14. I haven't counted them, I'll have to count them. But there's lots for under 5s to do in that little Larky's tent. But they'll also possibly really enjoy being on the hay bales, exploring the hay bales, going in the make it, take it tent and making things. They can go in all the other tents.
And then there's always entertainers walking around.
There's entertainers on site as well. Yeah, we've got some amazing theatre shows this time as well. So, and we've got an amazing installation, which I'm very excited about.
Go on then.
It's called Noisy, Noisy, Noise. And it's, imagine a big bookshelf that's going to be in the middle of the field, and you move the books off the bookshelf and they will do things. They'll make noises as you move the books on the bookshelf, so you can explore all of those interactive parts of that bookshelf and that storytelling experience.
So when you pull off, my lack of knowledge of books here is going to show. But I was trying to think
books
on the fly.
Books are collections of words, Dave.
Thank you. Yeah. And I could only think of Alistair MacLean's when, for whom the bell tolls or whatever, you'd get the sound of a bell. I couldn't think of any kids' books.
That was Hemingway.
Was it?
It was. But
what was the one Alistair MacLean did with bells in it?
I don't know.
Never mind.
I've not read Neil.
I'll have to Google that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I told you I was thick.
There you are, yeah.
Yeah, but
kids' books, and
you've got
will
the
the
right
sounds
idea.
be appropriate to the title of the book?
They might be, or they might be something really funny.
Right.
It might be anything at all. I won't know until I try it on site, but I'm very excited to try it.
The one I'm looking forward to, of all the little entertainers and stuff on, is Gav Turner with his tribute to Bernard Manning. It'd be brilliant, that. I know he's been working on it for months.
Maybe not this festival. Maybe the next one.
I don't think you should deny Gav his dream.
Blimey. Charlotte says, my daughter fancies herself as an author. Is there an opportunity at the festival to speak to the authors, says Charlotte in Kirkella?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to have lots of opportunities to speak to authors. So at the end of most of the sessions, the authors might take questions and answer any questions direct. There'll be time to go up and talk with them. And if you've got books at home that you want to have signed, or you want to buy a book on site, you can get a book signed with the author, have a chat with the author, and ask them the questions you really want to know the answers to. How did they get to be an author? Does it pay very well? What's the hardest thing about being an author? I don't know. The children have much better questions than I've got. But yeah, definitely you can talk to the authors, the illustrators after the sessions, and possibly whilst they're walking around on site as well, if you spot them. They're quite friendly people.
Are authors falling over themselves to get involved in this?
We do get lots of lovely requests from people asking if they can come.
You get a lot of the same people come every year, don't you?
We get some artists that come each year as well, yeah. So what we need to know from the artists and the authors is what they do, what they think they can bring to the session, what will excite the children. So if we're looking at the schools week, we need to know what will a school session look like, a 40-minute workshop, what will be involved in that, how will the children get a chance to take part, is it interactive, is it a theatre session, is it a creative session, what will they take away at the end, what will they have learned during the session. At the weekend, we're looking for similar things really. How will they interact with children from Hull? How will they promote what they're doing? What does their session look like really? So we're looking at, are they exciting to listen to? Have they got interesting books? Do we think it's relevant for families in Hull? Because there's lots of amazing books, but they're not necessarily, not everyone likes all the same things. Does it fit with our theme? So there's lots of things we think about, and sometimes we'll look at their YouTube films to see how they come across. Sometimes they'll do tours of our schools, and we'll get to see how they interact.
You make them work for it then?
Well, yeah, because we want it to be really amazing, and we want brilliant people to be at our festival so that we all have a great time.
Michelle in HUA in Long Hill on this subject says, can I request authors that I'd like to attend the festival?
That would be absolutely brilliant. So we're starting to think now about 2027, which is obviously a really exciting year for the festival and for the city. So yeah, you can just email Hull Libraries or send a message on socials or get in touch through Curiosity and tell us the authors that you would love us to invite. And if there are particular books that they've written that you really would like to be included in the festival, that would be amazing. And we'll be doing some young producers sessions over the summer and into the autumn to start collecting some of that information as well. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for when we start to advertise those sessions.
Don't worry, Claire, I'll not be suggesting Alistair MacLean because I don't think he did any.
Because you can't remember one of his books.
Yeah, he didn't do any kids' book. But I'm sure I read him as a child. But anyway,
I think he's
never.
Probably dead as well.
I think yes.
I think he is. That's the limiting factor.
Makes booking him really difficult.
You would need Doris Stokes to help out.
Doris Stokes.
I know that
you need some more modern references.
This is just getting worse.
Sorry.
No dead people, unless it's maybe an Egyptian, maybe. An Egyptian pharaoh.
There we go. She's turned it round.
Yeah,
she's turned it round.
Have you got an Egyptian pharaoh?
Not this year, but a couple of years ago, we had Andy Seed come, and he brought an Egyptian mummy. And at the mini Malarkey in February, we had an Egyptian mummy at that as well. So we do get mummies occasionally, as well as grandmas and granddads.
Yeah, very good. Well worked, Claire.
I know, I'm trying.
She's very impressive. I don't know how she's dealing with us, but she's dealing with us beautifully. This is Claire Thompson from the Big Malarkey, which is happening the 15th, very soon actually, if you're listening to this podcast, 15th to the 21st of June in East Park in Hull. Paul in North Ferriby wants to know, can I suggest you have a hammock area? Maybe Paul has been with his kids or his grandkids before and thought, I need to lie down here. It's tired me out.
We found a hammock area at Glastonbury last year, and I didn't want to leave.
I love that idea. We haven't got a hammock area this year, but what we do have is we've got our QWERTY yurt, which is for just relaxing and chilling.
A what?
QWERTY yurt. So if you imagine the top of the
typewriter,
yeah, that's where it comes from. So it's just a relaxation space. We've also got a big tent which has got board games, and the Chess Association are in there, so you can just like relax and play some board games if you want to just relax a little bit differently. We've got the library tent. There's loads of beanbags in there and loads of books, and it's a nice peaceful space. So we've got lots of places on site where you can relax, but I'm going to add hammocks to our list of suggestions because it's absolute genius.
Watch out for Paul. It might be like being on your foreign holiday. He'll be up early putting his towel on the hammock and spending all day in it while his kids run riot.
And while we're talking about all these areas, we should sneak in a little plug for Curiosity Corner, shouldn't we?
Definitely.
We've got the Thought Bubble, the first appearance of the Thought Bubble ever, which is going to be a spherical-looking gazebo stroke tent, and we're going to have activities in there, curiosity activities in there. You can come along and ask us a question, draw us a question. There's colouring in for the younger kids, so there's plenty to be done carrying on in there, which is great. We're looking forward to it. Our first ever festival.
Excellent. Good.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I want to see this beautiful bubble.
How many elephants is the big bubble?
I reckon you can get 2 of them laid sideways.
Right.
How many ears is that?
God knows, ears of corn.
Well, it depends whether they're
African
African or Indian. Doesn't it?
It does.
If you've got your children listening to this podcast, we can only apologise. The Big Malarkey will be much more educational.
Well, I've got to say, as mad as it sounds, one of the questions we gathered, because we used to have Amy Thompson running around at Malarkey gathering questions from kids. One of the questions that we got asked that got turned into content was from the first Malarkey 2 years ago, first Malarkey we were at, and it was, how many giraffes high is the deep? So you know, it was
brilliant question.
It's a great question. I think it was 7.5.
I remember the picture of the deep with the little giraffes alongside.
And that came from Malarkey.
It was a great video. That one.
Kids are welcome to come and ask them sort of questions. So you can mock my system of animal measurement.
I started. But it's paid some credits for this.
Well, I suppose you did. I brought buses into the equation.
Football pitches.
Yeah.
What age of children is it aimed at, Claire? Trying to get back to reality here.
So it's aimed at children from 0, really. A baby 2 weeks old could have a lovely time with their parent, but also up to 16. The majority of activities are probably up to 14, but if there are older brothers or sisters that need to come along, they will find something that's interesting to them. We've got In It Creative on site in the Xperi tent, and they're going to, you'll like this, they're bringing a robot dog. It's going to be so cool. And they're going to be doing, there's also a trail on site to explore, which is like augmented reality trail. There's also other puzzles to solve on site. So there's quite a lot to get your teeth into.
I've driven a robot dog.
Have you driven it?
It was great.
Where did you drive it to?
A business do I was at last year.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, and they gave me the remote, and I had to go on the business dog. On the robot dog. It was fantastic. I had a robot business dog. He had a little bowler hat on.
And a briefcase.
It was fantastic. I loved it. I could have played with it all day. I don't know what will fare on grass. This was on a concrete surface.
It's not going to be on grass. It's going to be in our Xperi tent, which has got a floor in it.
Hardwood floor.
So
right, okay.
it's we think about those sorts of things.
So in this digital world, you're embracing digital stuff as well as the more traditional books and everything like
that. Definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, sorry, I spoke over you then. I'm too excited.
No, don't worry about it. You're in the right place for that, Claire. Don't worry about it.
I'm just too excited. So, yeah, what we're trying to do is, obviously, digital skills are everywhere and young people like to be digital. So we do look at that on site and we're helping them to think about how digital sits alongside those traditional storytelling skills and the stories and the theatre shows and dancing and things. So it's there, but it's got its own space at the festival, which means that people are able to engage with it and also take away skills to follow up at home. And then we've also got those, beautiful country fair kind of elements to it with your ice creams and your hay bales and sitting on the bales to watch the theatre.
Is the pizza there? The pizza's always really good. No.
Oh,
no pizza.
But I've got good news, though. We have got crepes, we have got loaded potatoes, we've got Greek treats, we've got loads of coffee because we need that to get through the day.
Greek treats?
Greek treats, so like wraps and stuff. We've got
treats.
salads and sandwiches on site this year, which is completely fresh, which is really nice. Lovely choice of those. And beautiful ice creams. So.
Are they allowed to bring their own picnics?
Yeah.
All right, I was just checking.
Yeah, you can bring your own picnic.
Question.
Yeah, we've got loads of picnic tables in a covered area, so you can sit and eat your own picnic. Or if you want to spend money on site, you can obviously buy a treat. Or at the end of the day, if you want your treat at the end of the day, then you nip across the road, don't you, and have something off Holderness Road as a treat on your way home. Well, that's what I was going to say. I didn't know if I was allowed.
So everybody knows it's there.
Yeah,
it's fine. Other chip shops are available. What sort? Because I presume you'll analyse everything, and what sort of impact does it have on the kids in the city?
We do analyse all of that. We look at. We ask when people are booking tickets which school the child goes to, so we can see uptake there. We can see where we can do more outreach from the library service as a result of that. We get feedback. We see families coming back year on year. We get feedback from parents about how, I can think of one actually, where they came as a very tiny baby and they've been every year, but this child now likes to go to all the other events in the city. They're involved with ArtLink projects. They're involved with other arts projects, things in school. They're really inspired and excited to be involved in creative activity and reading activity. So we can kind of track that. We can't say, well, it must be because they came to Malarkey, because we can't do that. But we can say it has inspired them. It is influencing their choices about what they like to do with their free time. Last week we did our extra helpings workshop. Was it last week? I don't know. Half term. We did extra helpings. Busy, yeah. And the extra helpings workshops were stop frame animation workshops with an artist called Verpi Ketu who worked on Aardman films.
Wow.
And the children made films that we're going to show in the festival in the Live and Kicking tent as part of the programme. And there was a young person, well, there were lots of young people, but some of them have been to animation workshops before and they particularly came along because they want to do more animation. But when we shared the films with the young people, parents got back in touch to say they've been doing it at home. They've been making more films. In fact, there's one young person who is doing a remake of a very famous film using a pet tortoise. I won't tell you what it is because it sounds just too brilliant and it's their secret. But
Jurassic Park.
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Don't guess. Don't guess.
Don't guess.
All right, okay.
For whom the bell tolls.
It could be anything. But they've been at home making more films, and that is really, really important for us because we want children to feel inspired to be creative, to have a way to express themselves, whether it's songwriting, writing poems, making films, writing theatre, performing dances. That's what we want. I can give
first-hand experience. When I took my kids to the first Malarkey, was 2017, so 9 years ago, there was I forgot the name of the illustrator. She does stuff with Julia Donaldson and things like that. She was on.
Yeah.
And she was asking for people to shout things out, and she turned them into a drawing. She asked my daughter to shout things out, and she said things like pies and elephants and stuff like this. And she turned them into an illustration and then gave her the drawing, which went straight on a wall. And on the back of that, my daughter started drawing, and she's 18 now and getting drunk and doing driving lessons.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
At different times.
Yeah.
And she's a very, very good, I say myself, manga artist. And it started there at Malarkey
Brilliant.
nearly 10 years ago. So it does. The kids do very much get inspired by it. And that drawing, all the manga drawings now are all over a bedroom wall and look fantastic. All surrounding that one from Malarkey from nearly 10 years ago.
That's absolutely brilliant, and I think that encouragement from an artist or from an author is really powerful for a young person, because they can imagine then, actually, I really like drawing, I really like writing. They did, and they're doing it for a living. They're a professional author, a professional illustrator. It does give them that, I don't know, encouragement that creative arts can happen.
She had a drawing from the woman who'd written on, Superworm and Room on the Broom and all that sort of stuff, which are books that they loved. And there she had her own drawing by that, and he just set her off on that track. It was brilliant.
That's absolutely brilliant. Perfect. Yeah.
Another corporate question from me, really. How many schools get involved?
Oh, that's a very good question. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you, but I can tell you because the school's library service managed that bit for me. It's a real team effort, the Malarkey. So even though I am managing the emails and talking to all the people, the school's library team are doing lots of work with the schools. Lots of people are involved. We do 4 workshops with one artist in one day on a school's day. Mm-hmm. And on the Friday, when it's Key Stage 2 day, we have 9 different tents in use. So 4 9s
12 elephants.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have lots and lots of sessions, and so the schools. I
could have told you what 9 4s is, but 4 9s I was struggling with. So we'll move.
There's a 3 in it.
We'll move on.
Is there a 3 in it?
I don't think there is.
36, isn't it?
Well, there was a 3 in it.
Yeah, 2 9s is 18.
Yeah.
2 18s is 36. There you go. Oh,
brilliant.
Well, how many elephants
maths
is that?
and I don't know. Steve on Orchard Park, I'm not sure about this. Will I be okay to drop my kids off and come back for them later?
Answer: absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
Steve.
So let me explain why, though, because it's not just that we don't want that to happen. It's that actually we want families to come together and have a great time together.
Course.
So if you've got a very young child and a much older child, you don't all need to stay together all the time.
This is why the hammock area is so important.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Dad in the hammock, kids off running around.
But dad's in the hammock and kids are running around,
yeah.
not kids in the hammock and dad's running around.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why on earth would you put a kid in a hammock?
Because they'd like it.
They'd love
experience.
it.
No, they should be off doing drawing and all that.
They'd love it.
Hammocks for sleeping in.
So the general rule at Malarkey, just to bring it back, because it's quite a serious thing, children must be accompanied by an adult, and adults must be accompanied by a child. Otherwise, you won't be able to get in.
Excellent.
Also, if you bring in grandparents, please do go and meet them. Otherwise, they'll get stuck at the gate, and they get very upset if you. So arrange where you're going to meet, and then all come together if you can.
You mean so if they come in separately?
Yeah.
I thought you meant if they come in with you.
You might have a family that buys tickets for, I don't know, an adult and 2 children, but also grannies come in. I'm going to say granny because I'm thinking of my grandma. But if granny's coming on a different bus, Granny won't be able to come in without you meeting her. So just to have that in mind.
Child.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need a separate gate for grannies. A granny gate.
A granny gate?
Yeah.
Oh, granny gate could be. I'm thinking of a crime novel now. Let's not go down that
By
rabbit
Alistair
hole.
MacLeod.
Yeah.
But we got there in the end. And this is the end. You'll be thankful for that, Claire, as will the listening audience. Thank you for sticking with it. I'm off to Google Alistair MacLean novels that had the word bell or bells in the title.
I'm going to go look at hammocks.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've all got something to do. Claire, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Alfred the elephants.
It's happening the 15th to the 21st of June.
Yeah, so just a reminder, the family festival is Saturday the 20th and Sunday the 21st of June.
So that's the big weekend. The rest is all revolving around schools and pre-arranged stuff.
Okay.
The website to check for ticket prices and book tickets is called?
It's called www.thebigmalarkeyfestival.com.
It's been a right malarkey today. Thank you ever so much for spending time with us. Claire Thompson there from the Big Malarkey. Get yourself there with your kids and your grandkids. It's a fantastic event. Remember to keep in touch with us via curiosityhull.co.uk or follow and friend us on the socials where we're Curiosity Hull on all the main feeds. And if you have any suggestions for guests or questions, do get in touch. We'll be back very soon with more quality answers to whatever question you'd like to ask.